what's up, Forex trading lions? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we're gonna have a look at a awesome long-term trading strategy for the Forex markets. Simple and easy. I've been trading this strategy for over 20 days now, keeping the trade running, just moving my stop loss and making a ton of money. I will show you the results in just a second, and if you want to find out how I made this strategy work, make sure to stick around, smash like, share this video with your friends, and let's get down to business. Right, so as you can see over here, this is my MetaTrader 4 platform. As you can see, I have two trades running. I actually opened one on 10th of August, the other one on 14th of August as well. Just before some of the business I had to do, I did discuss it with you guys on the VAP. Anyway, as you can see, 6 lot size trading, 3 lots and 3 lots, so 6 lots, right? As you can see, currently 4,256 and $2,491 currently made, in just around let's say 15 to 17 days. Yet that is my take profit low. I'm not sure why this trade is not yet closed. It's super weird. The area that was touched is basically touching my take profit low. I don't know why the trade didn't close. I'll keep it open just for now, for the sake of the video, so you guys can see, it's still a running trade that I have, but I will probably close it up because it's been running for long enough anyway. So since you've seen my results, now let's get down to business. Let's find out how I actually managed to enter this trade on the long-term basis and profit quite a lot of money. So this was the trade that I placed. AUD/JPY, as you can see over here, is targeting, area of sensitivity 152 pips. I knew this is going to be a slower trade because, it's Aussie, Japanese yen. It's not a US dollar. It doesn't have such volatility as US dollar. But I knew that Aussie is very likely going to gain strength due to the coronavirus cases. They didn't have that many cases at all. And Japanese yen, of course, had crazy cases. Pandemic is happening there, and just loads of other stuff that's been happening with the Japanese yen, how it's influenced by fundamental news as well. As you can see now, the Aussie Japanese yen currency pair has been trending towards the upside, clear trend towards the upside, but we really have to start from the monthly basis. So what we're going to do is just go inside the monthly. As you can see, the monthly time frame is telling us it's actually on a downtrend. So why did we place a buy signal? Well, that's a good question. If you ask, you'll find out in just a second. As you can see, it's been trending towards the downside all this time, and typically I say more than likely it will carry on going down, but this is the monthly time frame. It's quite slow, so we have to have a look at the weekly time frame. Obviously we marked area of horizontal sensitivity here, the moving downtrend as well. Let's go to the weekly. The weekly time frame is telling us that this trade is actually not that bad. It's actually trending towards the upside. We have a clear trend towards the upside. As you can see, the moving averages are below the candlesticks, which means the trend is actually towards the upside currently. In that time when I placed this trade, of course it wasn't touching the monthly downtrend that I had marked. It's currently touching it, so very likely we should close off the trade. That's why I did say later on I will close off this trade, but as you can see, it's currently touching it. I'm just waiting for it to basically touch my level. It did touch it apparently, but it didn't close. I don't know why, as I said, but I'll just close it off manually. Sometimes this happens, regarding which broker you have. That's fine. Daily time frame, as you can see. So when did we enter this trade? If we have a look on the 4-hourly time frame, actually, I always follow the simple technique of moving averages, right? I always all the time use 25 and 50 moving averages. Is my favorite moving averages. It shows the right direction, and if you don't know how to draw trend lines, it basically just acts like a nice trend line for you guys to know which direction the market is likely moving. So as you can see, 10th of August, that's where we entered the trade. So I believe I entered this trade, I can't remember, so it probably here or here. I remember it's a bullish engulfing candle. We always enter on a bullish engulfing candle. Why? Because it shows bullish pressure, right? It has not crossed yet, the 25 and 50 moving average, it's in between. If it's trading in between and then give us a bullish engulfing candle, it's a pretty damn good reason to enter. Of course, we have to have a look at other factors, such as, what's happening on the daily. At that time, what was happening on the daily? As you can see, 10th of August, if we have a look, Look, it's a nice, bullish engulfing candle close as well. 10th to 11th of August became a nice bullish engulfing candle close. Very likely we will see, a nice bull pressure. And we did. Then we had a pullback. Of course, the pullback had to happen because we did reach an area of sensitivity, monthly area resistance. So very likely we will see that. I knew very likely it's going to respect this trend, not this horizontal area sensitivity, because if we have a look at the monthly time frame, although it was respected over here, very likely it was going to respect the trend line even more, because that's where the moving averages were, the 25 and 50 moving average. I adjusted my trade basically somewhere in the middle, and I thought, okay, so the trend line is here, the moving averages are in between these two zones, horizontal area sensitivity here. More than likely that's where the market will turn around, and if not, and if it starts breaking towards the upside, then we can start looking for other trades for a buy. But in this case, it's a very likely scenario that the market can start to turn around yet again and carry on moving towards the downside. But we don't know that. There's a ton of news, huge events are happening in the global world, so anything can happen basically with this pandemic. But the technique was this, simple and easy strategy, moving averages, 10th of August, let's say bullish engulfing candle close, you enter for a buy trade. As you can see, I kept it open. Most of you guys, I probably even sent a signal out actually. As you can see, 80 pips currently, then it reached our entry. It probably was stopped out, but I didn't even change, the stop loss. I knew that more than likely it's gonna reach this area zone, and that's how I profited 156 pips. And if you're trading quite big lot sizes like I did, you would make a ton of money. The reason is simple, it's trending towards the upside on the 4-hourly time frame, nice trend towards the upside. Daily the same thing, weekly the same thing. And although the trade is trending towards the downside on the monthly time frame, it's slow, it's too slow. If it's trading on 4-hourly, daily, weekly, going towards the upside, very likely it's gonna reach it. Although it's saying, it's a nice downtrend on the monthly time frame, it's too slow, right? So it had to move somewhere. That's why, monthly movement, as you can see, 150 pips is only like a little bit of the monthly movement. That's why you can totally profit a lot of money and don't have to trade the monthly time frames as often. It's monthly time frame is basically, a indication of what the market is currently doing, and so you don't have any surprises. It's currently trending towards the downside in an area of sensitivity. So I know that if I keep my trades running for a buy trade, very likely it will turn around towards the downside. But when we had a look at the weekly time frame, area of sensitivity here, daily, we knew we got a nice bullish engulfing candle close over here. Very likely this will continue towards the upside. Same thing on the 4-hourly. Basically, you have a look at the monthly and the weekly time frames as your base, and then you go inside the lower time frames such as the daily and the 4-hourly time frame, which is where you aim to enter. Sometimes I enter on the 1-hourly time frame, but I find it can be a little bit more difficult because it can be not as accurate. Also, you can use the stochastic RSI. As you can see, I think I remember I used stochastic RSI in this trade as well, and it was oversold. As you can see, this bullish engulfing candle close, this blue little candle, basically swallowing the previous 3 candlesticks, showing, bull pressure. Obviously, stochastic RSI was oversold, which means very likely that buy orders will be coming in. So you add everything up together, the moving averages, where they heading, they heading towards the upside, right? We have this nice trend line, bullish engulfing candle, stochastic RSI is oversold, which means that probably buy orders will be coming in, and that's what's currently happen on the 4-hourly time frame. That's the way I analyze trades, and it works just fine. As you can see, even my VAP trading signals like GBP USD, let's say, let's just move around. As you can see, we profited in this trade a nice 127 pips. Obviously, take profit 2 was around 60 pips or something, but some of you guys I spoke to closed off in 100 pips, 120 pips or something in regards to that. I have it on my phone. I closed it for take profit 2, 60 pips. I'm happy about that, and that's what most of you did. But some of you were active traders, and I recommend being active, especially when there was a lot of fundamental news. There's a ton of ways to make a lot of money when there's news events. Today there was a ton of news. As you can see, 125 pips. Aussie US dollar as well shot towards the upside, reaching our take profit 1 and 2 levels as well. Maximum pips was 82 pips, currently giving us a bullish engulfing candle close. If in 1 hour and 18 minutes time it closes, it could be again a nice trade, but this is a higher high as well, so iffy trade as well. As you can see, stochastic is overbought as well, so very likely we will see, you know, some sort of pullback before a continuational push towards the upside, potential continuational push towards the upside, because it's US dollar and it fluctuates quite a bit. We also have this trade running, Swiss franc JPY. We nearly actually got stopped out by this trade. We firstly opened somewhere around this area zone. As you can see, we hit nearly our take profit 1 level. Take profit 1 was 25 pips. We hit 23 pips and then it turned around like mad. It turned around 76 pips. As you can see, my stop loss was 80, so yet again we didn't close it, and now it's turning back around yet again, retesting this area. Hopefully it turns around and reaches the 25 goddamn pips so we can move our stop loss to entry to, you know, safe keep our profits. Hopefully that does happen. Aussie CAD as well, very fluctuating trade because of the speech that happened. Federal Reserve's Jeremy Powell was speaking. Basically, he's known as Powell. Basically, he was speaking, he was doing all sorts of madness in the market. As you can see, shot up, shot down. It's crazy. We entered this trade quite late as well on Aussie CAD. I meant to enter this trade somewhere around this area because it gave us a bullish engulfing candle. As you can see, it would have touched our take profit 1 level before continuing going down, and that would have been fine. But now we have this open, and I still kept it open because I believe, you know, it's a nice trend over here on the 1 hourly time frame. As you can see, it's trending nicely, not breaking, you know, the moving averages. As you can see, bullish engulfing candle closes yet again, giving us, you know, a nice indication that the bull pressure is definitely still there. So more than likely this trade will go towards the upside, retest this area of sensitivity yet again before continuational push towards the upside, or, you know, starts breaking towards the downside. We don't know that, but probably, you know, it's gonna reach this zone. That's what I think, at least. Anyway guys, super tired today. Tomorrow new video, live trading session. Make sure to smash like if you do enjoy this video, share it with your friends, and take care guys. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, and goodbye.